We have this configuration on the way up to test the pivot. Then that bull swing reversal is in play, which nullifies this pivot. Then we would want to look to enter long and take our profits up here. And I hope that's clear. So from this point on, everything that we said about the bullish pivot reversal on the bullish swing applies to the bear. And what would make price fall down here? Well, once price gets down into these sellers, these are bull bars, they are buyers, but now how are they going to escape? They're going to sell. And see, so as price goes further and further down, you get more and more selling. Because if you entered long here at this pivot, well, you want to protect your profit, and or at least not go into a losing position. If you entered on this bar when price gets down here, well, I better get out. If you entered on this bar, I better get out. And you can see now, if you entered on this bar, that would not be the best thing to do, because you want to always, and that brings me to another point, and this is another market wisdom, a timeless market wisdom, and saying by all of the legendary traders. See, they've always given us hints, but they will never really elaborate. And this is what they mean when they say, they either say buy low and sell high, or only buy at support and only sell at resistance. And what they mean by that is, if I want to sell short, I want to sell as close to this high as possible, because my stop needs to be just above here. Because once price goes above here, then we start getting into short sellers who are buying. See this upper shadow here? Once we start getting into here, we start getting into more buying, which could keep pushing the price up. So we want to we want to sell near resistance, because resistance is always overhead. So we want to sell near resistance, and conversely, we want to buy as close to support as possible. And see, the reason for that is it keeps your stops small. It keeps your stops very small. So that way, when you're wrong, you can still go on and keep trading, as opposed to losing 150, 200 pips, which is just insane. It's not necessary. And remember the order of process, because we want to see the reaction happen first. We want to see the pullback first, because once if it hits support first, then the profit target has already been met, and then all bets are off, because this pivot or this swing has already fulfilled its obligation. Meaning, it doesn't mean that it won't continue on down, and that a lot of that has to do with trend, and we'll get into more of that later. See, right now we're just discussing the basic building blocks, and when we start tying it all in together, once we get into later sections, the entire way you look at the market is gonna be transformed. You're gonna make your trades. You're gonna start trading with a lot more confidence. So just bear with me right now. But right now, just to this point, whatever your cost for this course has already paid for itself, because just what you've learned so far is gonna keep you out of so many losing trades. Go back and look at all of your losing trades and see how many times you did not sell short close to resistance, or you did not buy long close to support. And see how many times you entered short when you didn't have anything supporting your short position. Look back and see how many times you went long and you didn't have any support underneath your long entry point where you entered the market. Look back on your charts. Look at stock charts. Look at commodity charts. Look at futures. Look at any kind of chart. Look at charts of the weather. Look at any chart of motion, and you will see these same principles at play. See, this is really not a forex system. It's a system of motion, meaning a system of anything, not a system, the system. And just on what we've covered so far, with no indicators, no volume, no stochastics, no moving averages, no MACD, relative strength, anything, you can make money just on what you've learned so far. But we're going to tighten it up even more so that your confidence level is so high. And we're going to go to some chart examples, so don't get antsy. Once we get through with our demonstrations, we're going to go to the real actual charts, and we're going to see if what I'm telling you is true or not. So that'll cover everything for bearish pivot and bullish pivot reversals, and bullish swings and bearish swings. And for now, in our next section, we're gonna look at how these reactions occur on an actual chart, and we'll start bringing some of these concepts home. Okay.